Moment of silence for the champions, for those who ain't going hard on lifestyle. Never wait for nothing, you gotta get it right now. I'm in the spotlight when they turn the lights down. Only a champ swing the hardest in the 12th round. I love the fourth quarter, I love the ninth inning, I love game 7. Bring on the competition, cause in my heart, can't nobody do it better. Can't slow me down, won't stop me, never. I'm so passionate, Clay, I'm Tyson in his prime.
You know me, man. I'm Barry Bonds with mine. What's up, everybody? It's Money Monday. I'm coming to you on a day where I was born exactly 37 years ago. So I expect my phone to be blowing up very, very shortly because at midnight, it is my birthday. It's Money Monday, baby.
Give me a hell yeah!
We're also coming to you on a day where Baker Mayfield is proven to be on another level. Baker Mayfield is him. We'll dive into that. We'll dive into all of that happened in week 2. All that should have happened and didn't happen in week 2. And what did we learn after week 2? We already covered the fight. Crawford and Canelo. We might come up with a combo of whether Crawford is now one of the best fighters of all time, because I think that's fair for a conversation there.
I do top 5 at least.
Yeah. Right now, we're also coming to you on a day where we're watching Monday Night Football because there were 2 games, one at 8 or 7 and one at 10 o'clock, which is the Vegas game. Gino's taking a step back. Justin Herbert's taking a step forth. And that's where we're at right now. We will be joined by my cousin soon. He's in Cartagena, Colombia. He had just got there. He just called me just now, so at least I know he got there safe, which is all I could ask for. It's a lot of shit happened this weekend, bro. A lot of shit happened.
Crazy. It was a good week though. I thought it was a good week, and then the thing I didn't expect was how good the wide receivers looked this week. I didn't expect that many bounce backs. They absolutely went ape shit.
I tried to diss you and ended on Fox. What do you mean?
Nigga, you drunk.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? He says he tried to diss me and ended on Fox. What do you mean? What do you mean? We ended up on Fox? You mean the Pressure Podcast ended up on Fox Sports? I'll take it.
Shit, I'll take that any day of the week. Any day of the week.
Yeah. Say what up to Steve for me. Yeah, they're having a good time in Colombia.
Oh, it's a Gunna lyric. Okay.
Oh yeah. We don't do that snitch around here no more, bro. Nah, I still I still be jamming to some Gunna. It's kind of hard not to, big pause, because it was good music for a little bit. But
don't believe the hype about because of a nigga snitch I can't listen to his music. Nah, fuck that shit. If that music's good, listen to it, nigga. It's just music. It's not that.
If he's a tattletale, I can't fuck with that.
It ain't that deep.
It is that deep. He shouldn't have been rolling them in the first place if you want to snitch.
It ain't that deep.
Nah. But anyway, without further ado,
half those motherfuckers.
We are coming to you live from our studio in Orlando, Florida. It's your boy King Coke.
What's up, guys?
We are rated M for millennials, motherfucker. So, week 2 of the QFL season, we're going to get our reactions. Today we're going to recap Monday Night Football. We're going to do our QB tiers. We're going to tier up our QBs for week 2. Eagles versus Chiefs, we're going to dive into that. And then Bum of the Week. Bum of the Week award, of course, as we do every fucking Monday.
I no good loser like you bum.
All right, so let's get to the Monday Night Football recap, because that's a game that just ended. So you got Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They go into Houston in a defensive battle. I thought this was two of the best defense in the league, it being in Tampa Bay and Houston respectively. And I thought the quarterbacks didn't do all right. They did all right. They didn't do too bad, because it was Baker, 98 passer rating, and then Stroud with a 97 passer rating. They didn't turn the ball over. They weren't exactly as crazy efficient, but you know what I'm saying. They took care of the ball. They did what they could. They tried to take chances, see if they could get the defense to give in to anything, and it just wasn't going to happen. Whoever had the quickest gun ended up winning the match in the Wild West.
I think it came down to who could get more pressure on the quarterback. Because I don't like neither one of these O lines right now. Tristan Wirfs was out, so that was big for the Buccaneers. But somehow, some way, but Baker Mayfield, even with the ankle injury, he was still moving at the end of that game, and he pulled it off at the end like he always does, pretty much. I mean, the guy's becoming really, really, really clutch. And CJ didn't play bad. One thing I will say is both of them should have had a turnover, should have had a pick. He threw one to the linebacker, and the other one threw one to the linebacker as well.
Yeah, I know.
That was earlier on during the game. I don't mind it if it's early though, because if it's early, you can recover from it, but you can't do it late.
Okay. Well, the first question is going to be asked: what did you learn after Monday Night Football Game 1?
I learned that he's right there. He's right there, like he's inching closer and closer to being up there with those five. I think so. The only thing that we have in question is if he's going to do it in the playoffs.
So,
if he can perform the same way he does in the regular season in the playoffs. If he can bring that to the playoffs, then shit, they might win a championship eventually.
What he's saying in a nutshell is Baker Mayfield look every bit like he's turning into a Super Saiyan. Obviously, we can't give that title to him until the playoffs begin, but it looks like Baker Mayfield is a Super Saiyan. I agree. What I learned from this game is that the Buccaneers might be an elite team. This might be one of the best 3 teams in the NFC.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Their receiving core is just getting healthier. Their O-line, it's not that bad. You got to understand they were facing a tough defense. They're not going to run as efficiently. They're not going to pass efficiently.
No, they missed. Like I said, they missed their top offensive tackle on the right side. Like he's like one of the best tackles in football. So yeah, that's big, man. You're missing that. That's your blind side. I try to explain that with eventually when we talk about this coming up with Cincinnati. You got to have an O line.
Yeah,
this is crazy. It's impossible to throw without an O line.
But I thought the Texans have shown to be an elite defense as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that C.J. Stroud is just not as good as Baker right now. But Baker's way more experienced. It's not his fault. It's going to take time to come. But Stroud grew in this game. He didn't fold. He didn't lose confidence, and he didn't give up or give in or take it like to where it's like, you know what I'm saying, that bad body language that I see from Caleb Williams that I don't like, where you're just like, man, damn, I don't know what else to do. I did all my homework, and these guys are just killing me. No, this guy, except going over there, he was missing out a lot of throws. He's got to work on that. But Baker just showed every bit the Saiyan warrior that he is. That motherfucker is a top 10 quarterback, and it's not even like a debatable at this point. Right now, it's 29 Las Vegas. The Chargers are trying to get the first down, and they just almost got it.
Nah, this
is 11 minutes left in the fourth.
It looks like they're not in their class right now. Like it's one of those things where
the Chargers,
like Vegas is just
Chargers are in year 2 of their project with under Jim Harbaugh and company. The Raiders are in year 1. I just thought that at home with a stout defense and Justin Herbert and clutch would not, deliver, but they're not even pressing clutch moments.
The defense isn't bad.
The Chargers defense is better than I expected. I'll give it that.
But the Oakland, I'm saying, the Vegas, the defense hasn't been that bad.
Yeah.
But you could just tell they're not in their class.
So this evenly matched game that was a defensive battle, what are the team grades you got? Because right now I got the Buccaneers, I give them a B. And then I give the Texans a B as well. I thought they both did very good on defense. Where I give the defensive unit an A, I give both offenses a B, and I give both special teams a B. Both special teams made mistakes where it comes to field placement. But they made all their field goals. And the offense, I'll say, was a B. They weren't as efficient as they could be, but they took care of the ball, and they put up 19 points. Just, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty good in a competitive atmosphere like that. That looked like a playoff atmosphere right there. So
I'll give the Texans a C offensively because I didn't like what I saw from the offensive line. Too many penalties as well. Didn't like that. from the defense as well. I give the defense. I give them a B plus, and because they stayed in the game mostly because of their defense, even though they had the penalties. And the Bucks, I'm gonna give them. I give them a B plus. Um, thought that one throw that should have been an interception, but other than that, Baker was great. I thought the run game was even better. It definitely opened up the offense more for them to move the ball up and down the
I
field.
thought the refs
they called a
targeted
lot of-
Texans a little bit.
They absolutely did. I was
They
sitting there watching.
there were
the
some
game.
questionable calls there. I just didn't think they were like that. The Texans didn't get no favors there, but it was a good game for what it was. And like I said, I think both teams could go from this. Now the Texans are 0-2, but they play in a division where I don't think they have to fear. Even though nobody first saw Daniel Jones and the Colts, we will talk about a few going 2-0, starting 2-0 for the first time since 2009, since the Manning era. So that shit's crazy. But I think the Jaguars lost, so that's 1-1. The Tennessee Titans are 0-2, so it's not over for them. They still got their division there.
So the one thing I will say, I wish the Texans would have just ran down the clock. They had the ball in the field.
They couldn't-
on their
they
side
couldn't
of the
get-
field. And instead of running the ball into, at least run down the clock more. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Like,
but it wasn't
you
going to work
could've-
because they still didn't get the first down. They needed to get that first down for that to even matter.
What do you mean?
Run the clock out don't matter if you don't get the first down.
No. But I'm saying, remember when Chubb scored? I probably would have slid right there at the 1 or something. Just to run off some time. Just to run off more time. You would have ran on more time. You could just kick the field goal and won the game. Instead of having to, you know what I'm saying? Give the ball back to Baker, because that's what I don't want to do.
I don't know. I thought they did the right decision. It's easy to say that now.
Yeah,
2020 hindsight.
absolutely. It's just an idea.
But
Like-
I think they would. I think they did the right thing. The defense should have did his job, but Baker was just too much. Like I said, the fastest gun wins in the Old West, and that's what happened in this one. All right, so let's get to the week 2 slates, shall we?
Yes, sir.
All right. So in here we have the Cincinnati game is the first game. Now, for those who don't know, Cincinnati won on a comeback, you know what I'm saying, drive by what, Browning, whatever his name is. I'm not impressed. Browning had the worst passer rating of the weekend. This man is trash. I will be panicking if I'm the Cincinnati Bengals. We will speak on them later. I foresaw this before the season began. I told everybody if Joe Burrow does not like what they did in the draft or come the free agency, request a trade. Request a trade because these guys are not building an O-line and it's not good for your health. Okay, yeah, you're getting paid a lot of money. They took care of you with your weapons. They took care of you as far as giving you a Lamborghini and a car, the keys to it. But the Lamborghini don't work good if it doesn't have insurance or airbags. And that's what's going on over here. Every other year, it's like a leap year. Every other year, Joe Burrow gets hurt. So that's what I learned after this game. What did you learn from this game?
I mean, I learned that. Honestly, what I'm starting to learn is that Joe Burrow can't stay healthy, but it's not his fault. It goes back to that O line. It's just if you don't have an O line, Joe Burrow's not going to be successful. He's got to get the ball down the field. He's got the weapon to get down. He has the weapons to get down the field, but if you can't protect him, he's over here maneuvering, having to maneuver through all this traffic. That usually when somebody gets hurt, because they either get like nipped by the ankle or something like that, and he's out for. Look at that. Now he's out for the season. So I mean, not the season, but you might as well say it's the season if that's going to be the quarterback. He threw 3 interceptions in that game, and not to mention Trevor Lawrence, man, he's not it. He's not it.
Nope.
I'm convinced. They just need to go ahead and get rid of him. I don't know, trade him for whatever pick they can.
Save it for the tears. Save it for the tears. Don't go too much on the quarterbacks.
But yeah, man, Trevor Lawrence not it.
So here we have the Giants and the Cowboys, which was a crazy game. For those who weren't watching, we had a slate of games at 1 o'clock. Half of them were crazy, nail-biting, back and forth shootouts. The other half were defensive routes, like some team was just blowing another team out. So this was one of those crazy games that was back and forth. They had Russell Wilson with 450 passing yards. He just woke up, saying dangerous. And Dak Prescott's Dak Prescott, as we all know. I didn't think that Dak and Russell Wilson had a bad game. They actually had pretty good passer ratings. What I learned from this game is that the Giants and the Cowboys are relevant for now. I didn't think the Cowboys would be this competitive without Micah Parsons. Apparently they are. And this new coach apparently knows what he's doing. Okay? And the New York Giants are not an afterthought like I thought. I wouldn't say a laughing stock, but an afterthought. Nobody really thought much of them because of their quarterback situation. It looks like they're relevant for now. That's what I learned from this game.
I probably say the same thing. That I feel like the Giants coming into this season was going to be the team that was just they were gonna compete. They were gonna be able to compete. They have the weapons. And Wendell Robinson is slept on. He is slept on in the league. He's a force to be reckoned with if he's catching the ball the way he catches.
Well, since you mentioned him, might as well bring it up. That's my fantasy football player of the week, is Wendell Robinson. He's the number 2 wide receiver for the New York Giants. For those who don't know, I'm not supposed to be telling you this out loud, but it's too late already. Everybody knows. Last year, this man quietly had 90 catches. In PPR, that is gold. That is somebody you can grab from the bench and plug in, and he'll give you points. Well, this year, it looks like he's like T. Higgins, but without the injuries. Hopefully, knock on wood. Let's see. But for now, I think that Wendell Robinson is probably the hottest free agent on the fantasy football market, and I think people should put some respect on what the Giants are doing on offense. So let's get to the next game, which is the lowly Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. I don't know if y'all remember, I literally said, I imagine, I can visualize a pack of lions literally grabbing a baby cub from her baby mama bear and just snatching it and eating it, tearing it up, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing they can do. That's exactly what happened to Caleb Williams. Now, Caleb Williams didn't have that bad of a day, but it just goes to show you how much he has left to, I guess, improve, grow, and mature into. He's just not ready. He's not a pro-ready quarterback right now. His body language is atrocious, and I don't respect the man right now because of that. You got to lead these men. There are guys who are literally going to lose their jobs this year because of you, and did so last year because of you.
What are you seeing from that O-line?
Nothing. The same.
You feel like you see the same exact O-line?
The same exact shit.
So would you give him a pass if that was the case? No.
No,
you think
because
he needs to show something?
Because eventually you have to, like Joe Burrow, you have to realize you have a bad O-line. Okay, well, then it looks like I'm going to have to adjust to that.
Yeah, make a play, right? I agree.
You know what I'm saying? You could be Pat Mahomes and fuck Pat Mahomes. You could be Dan Marino and be the greatest thrower of the football, or Aaron Rodgers, let's say, okay? Mm-hmm. Some old guys that are super experienced and you know that they're one of the greatest of all time. You could be that, but if you got, you know what I'm saying, Barry Sanders or Walter Payton as your running back, you're not going to be throwing 50 times a game. You have to adjust to what you have. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. You don't have a good O-line, so you can't be taking long times out there with your play selection. You're going to have to take quicker plays.
Not to mention Swift fumbled the ball.
And you got to become a check down master. You got to master the check down, brother. I want to see you getting sacked ever again. You check down all day. Okay?
That's what you should be doing.
We'll talk about that later, but what I learned from this game is nothing's wrong with Detroit. Nothing's wrong with Detroit. And something's definitely wrong with Caleb Williams. That's what I learned.
Fatality.
I learned that Detroit, nothing's wrong with Detroit's offense. It doesn't have nothing to do with the offensive coordinator. That's all I'm going to say on that one.
Yeah. Fun fact, the old offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions is now the new coach of the Chicago Bears, so he gets to see his old team 2 times. And they asked Dan Campbell, "Hey, why did you run it up on him? It's because he left it." He's like, "No, that's what I expect Dan Campbell to do. That's how they operate. They go for it on 4th down. They go for it. That's how they are.
Aggressive.
And I don't expect them to be any less."
It's been like that for years, so I don't know what they expected him.
So here you have the Los Angeles Rams, who are now 2-0, defeating the Tennessee Titans, which we expected. I thought they were going to cover. They were favored by 6.5 points, and I thought they covered, and they covered by a mile. Matthew Stafford's back to normal. Looks like his back injury is getting healthier. Puka Nacua is him. Devontae Adams is him. What did you learn from this game, brother?
I learned that if you give Matthew Stafford any type of weapons. He gets them involved, and he gets them involved quick, and it doesn't take that long for him to add that to the offense.
I learned that the Rams offense is officially woke up for the 2025 season. You couldn't say that.
Give me a hell yeah!
But I also learned that Cam Ward has passed his first NFL test. This is not an easy team to play against. He actually did very, very good.
I thought he did.
Compared to last week, he was a lot better efficiently. He still missed a lot of passes. That's something that's going to work on.
We saw though at the
But
end.
one thing I wanted to let everybody know for the naysayers or those who are following Cam Ward's start is that he's suffering from a lot of drop passes. So all this
Yes.
inefficient isn't all his
Yes.
fault. I'll say half of these missed throws are because of drop passes. This guy is suffering from I don't know why. His dad, someone better give his dad one of those inhalers or whatever because he is having a heart attack. His blood pressure is rising. That man cannot bear his son take another hit from fucking NFL linemen, and then these guys are dropping passes that are wide
That
open.
throw he threw from the other side of the
Bro, and the only touchdown he did is the throw you were never told to do was to throw across the body on the other side of the
and
field.
it was odd.
But that just goes to show your arm talent, confidence. The guy can do it. It's just they need guys to pull down those throws and catch them.
He's that.
And we'll see him improve little by little. But the Rams are another team that they're probably going to win that division. The Niners.
Bro, the whole time we're watching the
Got their work
highlights,
cut
all I
out
kept
for
hearing was Nakua. I'm like, damn. He the only one on the team?
The next one is Miami here. So the Miami Dolphins go home in their opener and lay an egg. This game featured another wild one. They had back-to-back kick return touchdowns, and you had Tua finally waking up, and Drake May looking even better than him.
Yes.
What did you learn from this game?
I was just gonna say that about Drake May. Drake May was really good in this game. I believe it was 3 touchdowns he had. 3 touchdowns. So he bounced back. He bounced back for me, and he's showing progression. As for Tua, he looks the same to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any difference.
That's what I learned. I learned that the New England Patriots are amateurs, but the Miami Dolphins are pretenders. That's what I learned from that game. Fuck Miami Dolphins. They're done. They're washed. They're dead. They're legally.
He should have thrown that other pick, like you said, to when he just threw it up to Hill. That should have been a pick.
Yeah, this is one of the picks I lost, so I got a lot of the picks right.
Yeah, you did lose this one, right?
Yeah, I picked the San Francisco 49ers to lose here in this game. I expected the Saints to hold off Mac Jones. I didn't think Mac Jones was going to have a good game like he did. Mac Jones showed off. The Saints actually put up a fight like I expected them to. That's why I expected the Saints to cover. Without Brock Purdy, the Niners didn't miss a beat. They're also 2-0, so they started off good. They're right there neck with the LA Rams, so that's going to be an interesting race for the rest of the year. Rattler didn't have that bad of a game. It's just the better team won. I thought that the Saints had something in them, but it is clear that I learned 2 things from here. Number one, that Shanahan is a quarterback whisperers validated. It's just validated. That man makes good out of any quarterback, looks like. And the other thing I learned is that the New Orleans Saints are literally the worst team in the NFL. I thought that there are other teams that would compete with them. Now it's clear as day now. This is the worst team in the QFL. Sorry, New Orleans. What did you learn?
Mine is they might have a quarterback. They might. I don't know if he continues this though. They might have. What the fuck?
We'll see about that one. Only time will tell. What's the next game over after that? We got the Buffalo Bills and the New York Trash.
Yeah, because that's not an easy defense to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, so this one I got right. I knew that Josh Allen was just going to go in there, punch him in the mouth, and there's nothing they can do about it. This is his division. They can't contend with this kind of team. I didn't think it was going to be this lopsided, but I thought it was going to be at least a 10-point lead. It ended up being 20. the New York Trash are what they are. Justin Fields has reverted back to what he is. He doesn't have a capable offense. He doesn't have a good offensive coordinator like that. He doesn't have the New York Trash is not a real organization. It's no surprise they're always 0-2. It's no surprise they're always bringing on a new coach, a new quarterback, a new system, a new weapon, new this and that, new draft picks, new GM, and the same shit happens. They miss the playoffs every fucking year. What's going on over here? Something's going on over here. Uh-oh. Did they just pick off Herbert? Or was that a kick return?
I think that was a punt return.
So yeah, what I learned from this game is that the New York Trash will miss the playoffs. They're the first team to be officially eliminated from playoff contention to me in my book. What did you learn from this game?
I mean, obviously they're gonna be eliminated because they're nowhere near. But I learned that.
And Josh Allen didn't even have the best of games.
To me, James Cook is in that top 5.
I mean, Josh Allen had a game like
immediately after this game.
Josh Allen had a game like Mahomes been having the last few games.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay?
I feel like this was all Cook. This was all James Cook.
Yeah,
All James Cook.
So there you go there.
In the offense. I mean, in the defense.
So here we go to the Seattle-Pittsburgh Steelers game. This one's another one I got wrong. I thought Steelers were going to clap Sam Darnold in their house.
Me too, man.
So I went 9-4 this weekend. So I got 9 games right and 4 wrong. So it's a good percentage there. Nobody saw this. I don't think too many people saw this. Until we saw Sam Darnold play good with Seattle with a new team, we got to wait to see it to believe it. And what we saw from the Pittsburgh Steelers, I guess it was just because it was against the New York Trash. Aaron Rodgers still can sling it. It's just, I guess they need to get in rhythm with this new team. We'll give it a few weeks. We'll see. It's too early to say, but it doesn't look good. However, thank you, Seattle, because it just tied us with the Pittsburgh Steelers for the AFC North. So thank you very much.
Hell yeah!
What I did learn, Sam Darnold still ass. I don't care about this score because this score doesn't exemplify the reason why they won. Like it says they won by 14 points, but if you actually watch the game, Sam Darnold literally was like just throwing.
Yeah,
listen, it was bad, bro. It was bad.
But
I did not like what I saw.
Remember what I say? This is the QFL. This is what I call the NFL, the quarterback's fucking league. And let me tell you something. They're not gonna be Super Bowl contenders. But 2 things I learned from this game. Number 1, the Seattle Seahawks are back. They have a competent coach and a great defense. This defense is actually underrated.
Yeah, their defense is good.
And if Sam Darnold could just game manage, this team could win 10, 11 games again. Okay?
But
what I also
game
learned,
manage 2 interceptions.
yes. What I also learned is that Aaron Rodgers, New York Aaron Rodgers, is back as well. So Seattle's back, but so is New York Aaron Rodgers, for that matter.
We'll get to that later.
Yes, we'll get to the QBs in a few. So let's get to the next game here. So we covered most of the 1 o'clock game. I think it's my game. It's the last one. And it is Baltimore wipes out Cleveland. So I picked Baltimore to win, but I didn't think they were going to cover. And I thought, and I was right. As you can see by the scoreboard, it was 20-10 till the 4th quarter. It was a tight game until the Ravens just did too much on defense. Joe Flacco fumbled. Roquan took it to the house. The rest was history. And I, if you remember, I put them in the what's it called, the gravity room, and I told him to lie to us that what we saw from the Buffalo Bills is just a lie, and that we're gonna be a way better defensive unit against Joe Flacco and company, which is exactly what happened. Not only that, he led the entire weekend with 15 solo tackles, motherfucker. That's what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah!
And a fumble recovery. Didn't he recover a
said
fumble
that.
and take it?
I already said
That
that.
was amazing. Yeah, that was a
Roquan
good
picked
game.
it up and took it to the house.
Great fucking game by him, man.
Yes, so
My
there's
take,
two.
Lamar is Lamar.
Yep.
Still. There's nothing changed. He's still the same player.
What I learned is that the Ravens don't need Lamar to be on Super Saiyan 2 level for us to win anymore. I started seeing this come preseason, even though Lamar didn't play. It was odd to me that all 3 games that we won in the preseason were blowouts, but our offense played like shit. Our quarterbacks played like Browning played, with a passer rating of 39 or less. Just absolute bum. And then the crazy thing is, our special teams and our defense gave us all those points, and I was like, whoa. I thought that means is an indicator that our special teams was becoming a weapon. It is, but it also means that our defense and our special teams will win the game for us, even if Lamar doesn't have a good day, because we face some good defense in the Cleveland Browns. So that's what I learned from that. Let's get to the next game. We're 1-1, and now we're tied with those motherfuckers. So we got the Indiana Colts and the Denver Broncos. So the Denver Broncos were winning this game, and they won this game until they didn't. A fucking penalty gave the Colts a second chance at a field goal as time expired, and Indiana took advantage and won. So now they're 2-0, leaders of the NFC South. What's up, Denali? Welcome back to the Pressure Podcast, motherfucker.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The Saints, the Panthers, and the Browns are the three worst teams according to Denali. Lamar is the best QB in the NFL. People need to stop comparing him to Mahomes or Allen. I love it. Happy birthday, cousin. Appreciate you, Debo. It's my birthday, Denali. He has done everything except win a Super Bowl. I agree. You know what? I have something here for you. This is one of one. Since the start of 2024, Lamar Jackson has the most touchdown passes, over 10 air yards, 32, which is 10 more than the next closest, which is Joe Burrow. And Joe Burrow's not going to be playing anytime soon, so it looks like it's going to be a bigger gap. And also, P.S., Lamar Jackson currently has the highest passing rating in NFL history.
Yes, another knock, bitch.
It's just one of those what the fuck stats I had to put in there. All right. So what did you learn from the Broncos and the Colts?
They found their tight end. Tyler Warren's a beast. I mean, he's probably gonna be next up. And that Daniel Jones might be serviceable in this offense.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. I mean, they win against Denver. This is Denver that we say is like one of the best defenses in the league, and they hung 29 points on them.
Yes, but remember, I'm a master of finding arguments for everything, and here's the argument for that. How do you know that? This is what I learned: that the cure for Down syndrome might be the coach of the Indianapolis Colts. Maybe he's just that good with a quarterback that he's making Daniel Jones be the best version of himself.
This is Shane Steichen,
Yes.
who had the other quarterback.
Yes.
How bad was he?
But that other quarterback is just that bad. There's nothing. I don't think Andy Reid or Bill Walsh himself could do anything with that motherfucker there.
But we say Daniel Jones' ass.
Yes,
That
but
Daniel Jones has
but-
been not just serviceable, but in those two games, he's played really well,
yes,
and he's not turning the ball over.
yes, but I never put Anthony Richardson in the same level as Daniel Jones. At least Daniel Jones can play quarterback, even as a backup. I just think he has Down syndrome.
I get that.
Anthony Richardson can't play in the NFL. To me,
No, yeah, of course.
he can't be. This is worse than Trey Lance here. We're talking worse than Trey Lance here.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. But if the Colts are finding a way to win, and they keep believing in this guy, and he's the one that's getting them the wins, I could see it being at least him being a serviceable.
I can see that. I think it's because of that
And-
damn
and-
coach. That coach has got this offense rolling.
Complementary football.
Because this offense is rolling way better than they were last year. That's a promise, okay? All right. Let's go to the Philadelphia Eagles. No. We're going to the Carolina Panthers in Atlanta first.
Yeah, hold on, baby. We're gonna say that.
Yes. Carolina Panthers in Arizona. So what I predicted was that Bryce Young is going to look across the field and cry, wishing he could have the powers that Kyler Murray has. Because Kyler Murray last week played at an MVP level. Bryce Young didn't. I was shocked. My pick still came in with Arizona, but I did not expect Bryce Young and Kyler Murray to almost have a show until the very end in the fourth quarter where neither one of them would do anything. But in the fourth quarter, Bryce Young and the Panthers kept getting second chances. He made the most of it. Now, you could argue that was prevent defense. The game was over. They were just trying to run out clock. Whatever. The fact is, Bryce Young woke up the one that I saw at the beginning of the preseason and the end of the last season. So, for now, good shit. Bryce Young, you got to work on things. Interception and running backwards for some reason. I don't know why is it with the midget QBs. When they get pressured, they run backwards like it's going to get you more yards, and they think they can circle around these defensive linemen. This is not college, bro. These guys run a 4.4 sometimes, 4.5, 4.6, and they're 6'4", 300 pounds. You got to learn to throw to your checkdowns or throw the ball away or recognize those blitzes. That's what you got to do. What did you learn from this game?
Man, I learned that the Cardinals can be very explosive. They had only 48 plays to the Panthers 77. Bryce Young, he's too inconsistent for me. Right now, I can't buy into the stock that he's gonna be good or even serviceable at this point because he just starts off so bad in my opinion.
What I learned is that Bryce Young does not respect Kyler fucking Murray. Because if he did, he would have been crying and looking at across the field like I told him he should have, wishing he could do what Kyler Murray could do. I think he outplayed Kyler Murray in a way.
I don't know about that.
I do, because Kyler Murray was stalemated for way too long that he almost gave the Panthers a chance back here.
I just think Bryce had a lot more opportunities. Because remember, I told you 77 plays that they ran.
Yeah, but that's
compared
because
to
the Cardinals ineptitude and because Kyler couldn't score anymore after a while.
I agree with that, but I'm saying
Look what it says right there.
But it wasn't like he like
10-10-7-0. That's how the game went.
But
for the
he
Cardinals.
didn't seize the opportunity because he didn't get it done. At the end of the day, he still took the L.
No, he sees
And
the
it's because
opportunity
he
because he got
started-
13 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. If he got more time, he would have.
I don't know.
I do. It says 13-0 right there. 13
Yeah, I
unanswered
know,
points.
but that doesn't. But he still didn't get it done at the end of the game. That's what I'm saying. Like
Because they were down so much. They were down so much, no thanks to him, but because he went off that rally.
Exactly.
But look at this. He scored 6 and 13, so that's 9 points to Kyler 7 in the second half. So maybe you can't say that Bryce outplayed Kyler Murray, but he outplayed Kyler Murray in the second half. For sure. That you could say.
yeah, 13-6. Yeah.
All right, so let's get to your game. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, breaking news, y'all. Breaking news. Hold on. So apparently a team just got sold.
What?
Yeah, an NFL team just got sold. Unknowingly.
Wow.
The Kansas City Chiefs have a new owner. It's the Philadelphia Eagles, everybody. Is this your king?
I thought you was playing.
Is this your
I
king?
thought you were for real, bro.
Hell yeah.
Like, who the fuck got you? Who would want that team? I was thinking about the worst team in the NFL. Who would want that team?
The Chiefs' new daddy are the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a game I got wrong. I thought Philadelphia could win this game and would win this game, but I'm not going to bet against Pat Mahomes, who everybody says you shouldn't bet against. He's 19-4. Correction, 5. After a loss, he's now lost 3 games in a row if you date back to the Super Bowl. And the Philadelphia Eagles literally outclassed the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the game was tight because it was a defensive battle. These are 2 of the best teams in the league. Don't go ahead thinking that the Chiefs are not going to make the playoffs. They're stupid, okay?
Fatality.
They're making the playoffs. They're going to be fine. But it shows that the elite teams can now chip away at them at ease. A lot easier than they can the last few years, okay? What did you learn from this game?
So 2 things. Barkley was able to run the ball on them. I love that. That wasn't the case during the Super Bowl. So it seems like it was more like they was looking at the pass, if you ask me, right? Instead of the run, because if he was able to successfully run for 88 yards, which is pretty good, and a touchdown, I would say they was looking more at the pass. So they was already thinking like, what happened in the Super Bowl, this ain't about to happen again. So they played for Jalen Hurts not to beat them. They said, Saquon, you're going to have to beat us. And he did with the touchdown, and Hurts still did. And Chris Jones, I got one thing to say to you. You said Jalen Hurts didn't have over 100 yards. You're right. He had 101. And guess what? He won the game too, motherfucker.
Yes, for those who are not aware, it's
about
going
that.
viral right now. At the end of the game, where they're taking the victory formation, Chris Jones right there in front of the victory formation on the other side saying, Man, that's why he's only got 100 points, 100 yards.
100 yards.
And he's talking to Jalen Hurts. He pointed at Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts heard that and says, man, you lost the fucking game. Shut your ass up. Okay? I don't care if he throws for 100 yards or 300 yards. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Win the game. Okay? Trust me. Win the game. That's all that matters.
Do I have my concerns? Of course.
Yeah.
But who doesn't? It's week 2. It's only week 2.
So I learned
We're 2-0. So
3 things. Number 1, that the Chiefs have a new daddy. Number 2, that Kelsey is old. I don't know if you saw him yesterday. He caught 2 passes in the middle of the game. But both times after he caught the passes, is the first time he caught it and he's going like this. You know what I'm saying? Trying to jolt the crowd up because this is one of the loudest stadiums in the league, y'all. And I'm thinking, this is the second time in a row I'm looking at Philadelphia. The score is a lot tighter than the first game in the Super Bowl. But this is the second time in a row I see Philadelphia being more physical than these guys, just punking them around, having their way with them, okay? So I'm thinking, okay, he's trying to get his teammates up and he's trying to get the crowd going because everybody's a little, you know what I'm saying? At this point, Philadelphia had the lead. Then he does it again. And this time he's doing it even more forcefully. And I'm like thinking in my head, Kelsey's done. Kelsey's washed. He's not trying to pump the crowd up. He's trying to psych himself that he can still do this, and he cannot. Because when time came in clutch in the end zone, not only did he drop it, it ended up being an interception and missed points.
damn, facts.
Okay, that's another one. And the other one is that Mahomes has lost 3 times in a row, and Mahomes has not looked like Mahomes in a long, long, long time. We will speak on that in a few. All right, there was one more game, but we're not going to cover that because there's no need.
His last 4 touchdown game was in 2022.
Yes. The other game was the Sunday night football game between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. Field goal, 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 touchdown. All right, to the next subject. Okay? Let's get to the
That was bad.
QB tiers, okay? We have a lot to talk about here. So, here's my QB tiers. I'm gonna have to concede that Gino's gonna have to drop down to the gray area, okay? I forgot to put labels on this because I thought that the game was gonna be over before this happened. So I was like, because of the game this week, I'm just gonna leave it like this for now.
Yeah, the game kind of messed us up.
Yes.
Right.
So the bottom tiers are the BBLs. These are the fakes. In here, I got Rodgers, I got J.J. McCarthy, I got Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Caleb Williams, Sam Darnold, and Jake Browning. All right? They belong there. Those are some of the worst quarterbacks playing of week 2 right now. Then in the middle, you got Bryce. Bryce moved up because he actually did pretty okay. Russ moved up because he had a historic day. Nix moved up because he had a good day. Gabriel moved up because he had only 1 drive and he made it count against a tough defense who were playing prevent end the game defense, but that's neither here or there. Tua bounced back. He looks like he's alive, but he's a mediocre quarterback. That's where he starts. This is the mids. And then you got Rattler. I don't care much for Rattler, but you know what? I'm going to call it how I see it. You had a good game. Go ahead, brother. You deserve it. Drake May woke the fuck up. Let's hope it stays like that. And Cam Ward, I give you a pass. You didn't play that good, but you didn't play that bad. And because of the tough of the opponent that you had and that crazy touchdown, I put you over here. Then Gino belongs there too because Gino just had a bad game.
That was a bad game.
But then in the wild cards, these are the guys that can make the wild card. These are some of the best that could make the top 10, okay? In here you will find JD5, Jaden Daniels, who for once has started playing like a rookie. Matter of fact, so much so that he had the same QB rating as Cam Ward this weekend.
Fatality.
Then you have Dak Prescott, who played like the guy he is, one of the best quarterbacks, not in the top 10. All right, sorry, Cowboys fans, I couldn't resist.
You can work your way up.
Yeah, then you got Kyler Murray, who played pretty okay. Penix, he played phenomenal. I thought he did a lot, and we'll get to that soon. And then you got the Jones brothers. You got Daniel Jones, and you got Mac Jones. They belong up there. So before we get to the top 10, let's get to the progress reports. Okay. So where did I put those? Right
You said
here.
Mac Jones, come on, man.
Yes. So here are the progress reports for the Wyans. Drake May got an A. This man had 137 passer rating. He had 82% completion, 230 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had 1 rushing. Then you got J.J. McCarthy, who not only failed, had a flunk his first F of the year. He's out for about a month. He had high ankle sprain. 37 passer rating, 52% completion, 158 yards, a fumble, and 2 interceptions, no touchdowns.
Yeah, it was bad.
JD5, like I said, he matched Cam Ward. He had 84 passer rating, 57% completions. He needs to get those up, 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, but he took care of the ball. Gave his team a chance to try to win. And then Penix, you did what you did. Played a clean game. You got to learn how to game manage, which is good. 80% passer rating, 61% completions. You wish that goes up, but that's a rookie quarterback. Rookie in experience. And then 5 field goals out of his 136 yards. So that's not too bad. And then another grades here. We got Bryce. Bryce, I gave him a B. He had a 90 passer rating, 63% on 55 throws, which is phenomenal. That means that they could throw a lot with this guy and be safe because he only had 1 interception. That's not bad. 328 yards, 3 touchdowns. A lot of it was in garbage time, but hopefully that'll get him going.
He definitely woke up. You're right. I agree with that.
Caleb, I gave him a C plus because he didn't do that bad either. It's just he didn't get the win and he didn't get much going as far as touchdowns are concerned. Trend that he likes to put. I don't know why. He went from Halloween to Christmas with no touchdowns last time. And hopefully, don't do it again. Then you got Bo Nix. Bo Nix, another one that woke up. He had 111 passer rating. He had 73% completion with 206 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have an interception, which was ugly, but hopefully he will learn from that. And then you have Cam Ward. Cam Ward matched what I said, JD5, 82 passer rating. He had 57% completion, but like I said, a lot of drop passes, and he's still inaccurate, and then 170 yards with a crazy touchdown. So that's the progress report for that.
That looks legit.
Yes. So you have some pictures here I wanted to, before you forget. So here's one. So this, I'm guessing, is your fantasy player of the week.
Fantasy money player of the week.
Yes. Amon-Ra had a
St.
beast.
Brown
I have him in one of my fantasy leagues. Absolute beast.
Absolutely
Absolute
amazing.
beast.
He was amazing.
What was the other one?
And then the other
This is
that is my
Saint Nick.
bum of the freaking week right there. Aaron, motherfucker. That's Aaron Jones. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, my bad.
Oh, he looks like
Aaron Rodgers
Gotcha.
he was,
That's your bum of the week.
yeah, it was really bad.
Yes.
I didn't like what I seen at all.
And this is your top 10 QBs, right?
Yes, sir.
So in here he has number 1. Well, actually, let's go with number 10. Who's number 10? Jordan Love, coincidentally. Number 9, you should have put Matthew Stafford at number 9. What's wrong with you, bro? You missed the opportunity there.
Nah, cause I like that he's a champion and shit. So I'm gonna
Gotcha.
put him up there.
So yeah, Goff at 9, Stafford at 8, Baker at 7, and JD5 at 5. How are you gonna put
I mean,
JD5 at 5?
6.
Not 6.
My bad.
You should have put Baker Mayfield at 6
Why?
because his number 6.
That's a good one.
You got Joe Burrow at 5, Jalen Hurts at 4, Josh Allen at 3, Lamar Jackson at 2, and Pat Mahomes at 1.
I move Hurts because, I mean, Hurts is just one more. So even though I love Joe Burrow and I think Joe Burrow's great, right now I had to move him down.
All right. So that's this list. Here's my top 10. So Goff is now pushed into the list. He's back into the top 10. Congratulations.
Goddamn white boy.
He had a crazy game against the Chicago Bears, which I expected, and he had a very, very good good week with Amon-Ra. Matthew Stafford, he's number 9 to me because he wears number 9. Not just because of that, just because he's elite and he's a champion and he's on the downtrend of his career, but he's still up there compared to everybody else. Justin Herbert keeps proving me wrong week by week right now. It looks like he's stepped up and become a franchise quarterback that the Chargers have wished him to be this whole time until the serious competition begins. We'll see. 1 week against Kansas City don't mean shit to me, motherfucker.
Definitely not against the Raiders.
Yes. Then you have Jordan Love. Jordan Love is my number 8 quarterback now. No, 7. My 7 quarterback now. I moved somebody. I'll talk to him in a little bit. And then you have C.J. Stroud, who's back into that fold. C.J. Stroud, to me, is still proving he's better than Love and Herbert. And I have him ahead of Goff and Stafford because he's younger. And then you have Baker Mayfield, who's entered top 5 conversation. He's the 5th best quarterback to me in the league right now. Ooh. Joe Burrow is no longer, so fuck him. That's Joe Burrow's body when his O-line exists every other year. I can't put Joe Burrow in the top 5 because he's gone for the rest of the season. They say 3 months, he's gone for the rest of the season. He ain't coming back, bro. So in there, I got Super Saiyan 1. Super Saiyan 1, Pat Mahomes as number 1. The reason I took his Super Saiyan 2 away is because he's not been looking like a Super Saiyan 2. Everybody in this entire chart, his entire picture here has outplayed this man for about the better part of 7 straight weeks now. Okay, that man's looking like a fraud, even though I know he's not. Come on, man. Come on.
It's been a few years, actually, they've been
Yeah.
outplaying him. Especially Lamar and Josh Allen.
So then I have Hurts as the 4th best quarterback in the league. I have Josh Allen as the 3rd best quarterback in the league, and I have Lamar Jackson as the 2nd best quarterback in the league.
Yeah, it's another knock, bitch.
Those are my tiers and top 10 quarterbacks for week 2.
Love it.
So no, we're starting to lag here. All that's missing now is the bum of the week. And I think it's very simple. I think it's very, very easy for everyone to figure this shit out. But it is no more, no less than the Cincinnati Bengals. Not just the O-line, the entire organization. Because once again, you failed to give him an O-line, and once again, he's lost for the year. I don't know how many times the Bengals have to learn this lesson. This is the 3rd time. Okay, his rookie year, the year after the Super Bowl, and this year. He's missed 3 straight seasons like that. So it skips leap year. So I have no, and I put him as bum of the week last year, and they're bum of the week this year. The helmet's back on the homeless guy, in there with Tua, in the shelter, in the homeless area. They stay there for the rest of the year. Once I award you bum of the week, I put you in the shelter here for the rest of the year, and we'll vote for you to see who's the bum of the year. So sorry, Cincinnati, fuck you. You just lost me my favorite quarterback not named Lamar Jackson. And I'm not just saying that because I have Joe Burrow on my fantasy team, motherfucker. All right.
It'd be like that.
I just want to thank everybody. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate the birthday wishes. Cuz, love you, bro. Have fun in Cartagena. Denali, we will be back on Thursday to recap the Thursday night football game. Oh, which we forgot. We have to make our prediction for that.
Thursday night football, absolutely. Let's do it.
We forgot all about that.
Again.
All right, so there's 2 Thursday night games?
What the hell? Wait, so no, that can't be it.
The fuck did I hit? Week 3. There we go. So it's Miami at Buffalo. Oh my goodness gracious.
Do y'all want to do the predictions for us? I think y'all can do. I think anybody could do this.
Just me reading the matchup told you the prediction. I don't even know what the spread is. I can care less. Buffalo is favored
by a mile.
by 12.5 points. I think that's going to cover.
It covers.
I think this is going to be a blowout. We will be there. We're going to do the team tiers and the Mortal Kombat inspired power rank.
Fatality.
Till then, motherfuckers, top 10 Thursday it is, and happy